That's former President Biden back in the spotlight at the National Bar Association Gala in Chicago, which is the nation's largest and oldest network of predominantly black attorneys and judges. And Biden not missing a chance to throw another dig at President Trump.
Not since those tumultuous days in the 1960s has this fight been so existential to who we are as a nation, with marginalized groups so dramatically under attack. My friends, we need to face the hard truth of this administration. It has been to ease all the gains we've made in my administration, to erase history rather than make it, to erase fairness, equality, to erase justice itself.
Chicago resident and director of the Community Roundtable, Kata Trust, joins me now. Before we continue, Carly, bless you. Are you seeing marginalized groups, including black Americans, under attack during Donald Trump's first 6 months in office, Kata?
The fact of the matter is we have been under attack. And when I say we, I mean marginalized groups, people of color, more so under this Democratic regime than we've ever been in the past. And we are still suffering the effects of the Democratic Party. One of the reasons that I left the Democratic Party is because I got so tired of the rhetoric such as that we have been hearing, telling us that you guys are the best for us. You have provided the best services for us. Let me tell you something. Here in Chicago, which is a democratically run city, has been for a long time, we have watched our city disintegrate underneath the Democratic Party. And the current leadership is no different. Right now, we're watching our mayor attempt to tax the wealthy. We've seen these measures happen before. We know that they don't necessarily work. I think that's why, as elected officials, you have to be careful of the promises that you make while you're on the campaign trail, because taxing the wealthy is not going to be what brings us out of the budget deficit. He's going to have to look at raising taxes in spite of the fact that he promised us he wouldn't.
Let's get into what you just said. The Chicago Tribune actually slamming your mayor, Mayor Brandon Johnson, arguing his policies will force business out of the Windy City. And to the specific thing that you mentioned, the article saying, quote, the city ought to be in the business of encouraging the private sector to employ more people, not giving businesses more reasons to reduce their headcount by once again focusing only on economically destructive taxes. Johnson risks a reprise of last year's 11th hour budget crisis. And this is all about a corporate head tax, which taxes businesses based upon the number of people that they employ, all to close this budget deficit that you mentioned. To me, that's a recipe, and I think you would agree, for driving businesses out of Chicago. If you're taxing them for employing people, that's going to drive the businesses away, and they're going to employ less people. I mean, the ones that stay are going to employ fewer people. So is this the moment where Chicago residents say, look, we're done with Democrats. It's time to bring in Republicans to fix this fiscal mess?
Well, I think that one of the things that we're saying here in Chicago is that we're definitely tired of what we're currently seeing. And we need something different. And those changes, may be Republican, or it may be independent candidates, but certainly it is not going to be to the guise of the Democratic Party. We've seen that fail. And when you talk about, one of the reasons I think that our mayors have been so welcoming to some of the migrants here in Chicago is because so many people are leaving Chicago because of safety, because of rising costs, and the fact that people are just not happy with the school system. And so by raising the taxes on the wealthy and keeping them from being able to really employ people is just going to cause not only those businesses to leave, but also more citizens to leave.
If he hadn't given hundreds upon hundreds of millions of dollars to the illegals and had given that money to the residents that live, breathe, work, die in the city of Chicago, maybe he wouldn't be in the budget deficit that he is, and maybe he wouldn't have people fleeing. Kata Trust, thanks for staying on this. We appreciate it as always. Have a great weekend.